Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy.
Italian lifestyle, Italian design, Italian culture in London. This is The Italian Factor, and I am Gabriella, your host, joining you in this journey of Made in Italy.
Italian style.
Quite fashionable. Very chic.
Buongiorno. Italian people as being quite friendly, quite outgoing.
They have a slower pace of life.
Grazie, tutto bene.
It is an amazing country.
I think Italian food is really easy on the palate.
Italians are definitely beautiful, oh, for sure.
Stendhal used to say, beauty is nothing other than the promise of happiness. Today I have invited Sophie Wellings, welcome, to talk about exactly that, beauty, and obviously according to Italian style. Hi Sophie.
Hi.
So you have an interesting life where you are a professional barrister by day and a socialite by night at London's high society and red carpet events, premieres and fashion parties. Tell us about this dichotomy.
Well, you need to not need much sleep. You need to always have cab money and you need to have a good secret for making sure your hair can go from being at work to being at a party very quickly. So I plait my hair in a French plait in the morning, wear it under my wig, and then when I come out of court, I give a bit of a zhuzh and it's always ready to go.
Under the wig?
Yes, yeah.
This is very interesting. So we talk about beauty, bellezza in Italian, about hair more especially. Yeah. From your experience, how important is hair to a person's overall look?
Very, very important. I think a hair, for a woman especially, is your ultimate accessory. If you're having one of those days where your hair isn't right, I think you don't feel right.
Look at me, I'm a bloke. I keep my hair short, mainly for convenience. I mean, it's hardly my top priority. So when the production team told me we were going to be talking all about hair, I thought, really? But actually, after some research, it's really quite fascinating. We have hairs on our head and much shorter hairs on our arms and our legs, and that's because the skull has less fat on it, so it needs that hair to stay warm. And to do that effectively, you need about 100,000 hairs. That's more than all the seats in Wembley Stadium. Blondes have even more, they have 140,000 hairs, whereas redheads, a bit less, 80,000 hairs. Our hair grows between 1 and 1.5 centimetres each month. So, with a bit of a calculation, I can tell you that we grow 15 kilometres of hair on our head every year. The hair has its own life cycle. It lasts between 6 and 7 years and then falls out, but it never falls out alone. We lose about 100 hairs a day, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually not that much. It's quite normal. The most common hair colour worldwide is black. Natural blondes make up only 2% of the population, but the rarest colour is red. And the largest redhead population, which is really red, is the Scots, with 15% redheads. Our hair can tell us a lot about ourselves. By studying the composition, we can learn a lot of biological information. For instance, our diet, our blood type, the drugs we take. What it can't tell us is our sex and the music we listen to. Great news for any closet Justin Bieber fans out there.
What can a hairstyle tell us about a person?
I think it can tell you a lot about a person. I think a person often wears their identity in their hairstyle and it can portray your confidence. And I think you can tell a lot from a person without even speaking to them from what they're doing with their hair.
Donne Capelli, women and hair. Why do you think that hair is so important to us women?
I think it helps us with how we feel about ourselves. It's one of those age-old cyclical things, isn't it, about women and beauty radiating from the inside. I think beauty does radiate from the inside. If you're beautiful on the inside, you're beautiful on the outside. But I think it can help if you're feeling beautiful on the outside, to feel beautiful on the inside. And it's one of those things that goes round in a circle.
And for men, is it just a myth that men generally tend to take less care of their hair?
I think it is a myth. I think increasingly it is a myth. I think increasingly men are being told it's okay to care about how they look and to use products, and I think more men are doing that. I know a lot of men with very, very full cabinets of products in their bathrooms.
Hi, I'm Michael John. Nice
Hello,
to meet
I'm
you.
Ivan. How you doing?
What can I do for you?
I'm here for a haircut.
Ah, good. Good, good. We have an event or something tonight?
Yeah, no, so I'm going out tonight for a bit of a posh event. My mum says I'm looking a bit scruffy, so I've come for a neaten up.
Ah, okay. Listen, I gotta let you wait like 10 minutes. Maybe I can offer you a massage.
That sounds awesome. I'd love a massage.
This is Monica.
Hello.
She's gonna take care of you.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, relax, enjoy it. I wish you upstairs for the cut.
Fantastic. Looking
See you
forward
later,
to it.
mate.
Okay, here we go.
So, how was the massage?
That was amazing. I feel so relaxed, so calm. Was not expecting that. Fantastic.
Shall I offer you a glass of champagne?
Yeah.
Rosé champagne from Italy, organic, Aldo Coppola. We also produce wine. I don't want to take care only of the hair.
No.
Here it must be an experience also, you know? It's a place where you have to spend your time relaxing, taking care of your body, of your hair, but of your soul also.
So, for example, my girlfriend, for her birthday, this would be the perfect thing that, you know, could get her come in, do the hair naturally and...
But I can say for me it would be like the best present ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we sell a voucher, so she can come over and we reset her from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
So you can spend here literally half of a day as you've done the massage. It's gonna come here, we're gonna do the color, we're gonna...
I've always thought of hairdressing especially as almost a bit like being a psychiatrist, because you must hear.
A lot of people used to say that the best friend of a woman is the hairdresser.
Yeah. Have you ever had any confessions from, as you say, you end up so close to these people? Have you ever?
You know, I have a lot of men.
Yeah.
And it happens also that sometimes I used to cut every 6 months with a different woman, you know? And
The same man with a different woman?
Yeah, it happens. Or maybe they have a girlfriend and the weekend they come in with another one. Every time you have to fake it. It's like, oh, finally you got a girlfriend. You
wow.
know? Nice for you.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
It's looking good.
I think, yeah, the cut is done. You're ready for the night.
Cheers to that.
I go to the hairdresser twice a week, so 8 times per month. And how many times do you go to the hairdresser and what do you get done to your hair?
I wish I was able to go twice a week. Unfortunately, my job doesn't let me do that, but I do go as often as I can. And I try to go every 10 days. They have this hair spa treatment that you can get done at Aldo
Very
Coppola.
interesting.
Yeah, it's really good and it's very nourishing and it makes my hair feel thicker and just generally very healthy.
And do you have any daily rituals that you perform to allow you to have strong and beautiful hair? And do's or don'ts? I've got very straight hair and it's quite difficult to get body into my hair. So if I know I want to have that, the night before, I will often braid my hair or put it in some little buns so that the next morning when I wake up, it's nice and wavy without me having to go through all of the heartache and effort to get it wavy by hand. So that's one of the things that I do. The other thing I try not to do too much is give it too much heat or overcolour it so that the nourishment from my hair goes.
I'm your host, Ivan Berry, and welcome to a very special edition of Strictly Come Testing. It's bad to wash your hair every day.
False. False.
Definitely, yes, true. True. I'm gonna say maybe true.
I think that's false because I wash mine every day.
Yes. False.
Exactly, because you have to allow your skin, your scalp to breathe, and you have to clean the cuticle of the hair. Obviously, if you're using like a cheap product that is rinsing out the lipidic film around the scalp and the hair, this is bad.
Stress can cause white hair.
True.
True. True.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
True.
True.
Hair is part of our body, so stress causes extremely problem to our body and our hair.
It's good to brush through the hair more than 100 times before going to bed.
I've heard that's true, but I don't do it.
I'm gonna say that's false. It seems like an old wives' tale to me. True.
True?
I'm gonna go for false because it sounds like an urban myth. I believe that is true.
I'm gonna say true.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. No.
False.
But in the past, the granny was suggested the nephew not to brush the hair 100 times because it's something disgusting actually, but he was like pulling the oil from the scalp all over the hair. And it's literally oil, so the hair was looking more shiny.
Rinsing your hair with cold water makes it shiny.
No.
True?
True.
I'll say true, but then you'll say false again.
I'll say true.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
False.
True.
Because the cold water is like closing the cuticles of the hair in order that then when you start brushing, it's gonna be more shiny because the cuticle is like a mirror. If you close it properly, it's gonna be much more shiny.
Experience pure Italian goodness, the real taste of Italy. Experience pure Italian goodness, the real taste of Italy.
The Italian look, it's tanned. Glamorous, I would say.
Lovely shiny hair. Very attractive.
Healthier skin.
The Italian style is very elegant.
Over the top.
Something charming about that.
Effortless.
Other than clothes, hairstyles have experienced some drastic change in style throughout time. Sophie, how would you summarize the biggest changes over the last 70 years?
If you look back at old photographs, you can immediately tell what era it is from how somebody's hair is styled. So you can look back at the 30s and they've got those beautiful waves, or the 60s with the twiggy haircuts when women started to be able to sort of freely express themselves and cut their hair how they wished. And of course the 80s, which some would say was a big, bit of a mistake maybe, lots of crimping and big volume. But I was born in the 80s, so I have a lot of sentimentality for it.
Talking about the 80s, I remember Madonna, and with this hair so white, and she used to, of course, to dye the hair.
Yes.
And once I tried, I did it homemade. It was a huge mistake because after a few days, I mean, the hair actually fall. These are the terrible mistakes you do when you do something homemade.
Today, I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be my assistant, okay?
Honored, thank you.
My pleasure. That you're gonna help me through this special technique called chatouche. The chatouche technique is something that is copying the effect of the sun, okay, to make a woman blonde. If you pass me the tool.
Yes, this is the sombrero style thing, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay, lovely.
This is like a tool that Mr. Aldo created over the years to follow the effect of the sun on the hair. Mr. Aldo was used to do the highlights 30 years ago, no?
Yeah.
But the thing is, what he was keep questioning himself, it was how come that the client from the salon, when he's coming out, and the color is fake.
Very natural.
And that's why, as you see, if Nicole looks down, this one will follow the natural growing of the hair.
Okay.
It's like 2 months of sun of the hair, on the hair. But obviously, if she wants to be blonder today, we cannot send her like 2 months in Miami.
No, well, which, I mean, I think you probably prefer that.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't? Like...
Yeah. Then we're gonna color through just on the top of the section, in order not to go too much inside.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk with my hands.
That's great.
Another
yeah. Oh,
nice
are you?
thing.
Okay.
You see? I'm gonna walk literally...
Which is not traditional either. Normally, most salons would use a brush and brush it on.
I want to feel. We have to feel the hair while I'm walking.
Okay.
When you use a tool, when you use just paper foil, you're not feeling it. So now this is the special thing I told you before. We're gonna tone her hair to go exactly as the sun would have done.
Okay.
With this mix of 100% herbs, okay?
Right.
We call it henna, even if it's not the real henna, because
Okay.
the henna is red. This is like something is a blend, like 90% of soothing herbs, 6 type of herbs, blends with a bit of henna to give like a bit of gold tones. And we put all over, from the scalp, you see, all over the hair. It's like when you was a kid, no? Your mom used to not allow you to do these things, but now that we are big,
well, you're out, you can do what you want, you roll around in a muddy puddle. Great.
So you see, we put all over, we're gonna leave it like for 25 minutes.
Okay.
And then we rinse, and that's it.
Wow, there we go. She looks amazing. Well, honestly, I tell you what, it looks absolutely fantastic and really natural. Good work.
Yeah, but now you're still working for me. So get the broom and please wipe and clean everything, okay?
Oh.
In fashion, you have brands that carve out a unique style that allows the buyer to feel a sense of security season after season. It's harder to imagine how a hair brand can do the same, and yet Coppola does.
I think because everybody who works at one of the salons is trained in the same way, they share the same philosophy. And I think that's really important because when you go to a hair salon, you need to know that you can trust them. And if you can't always get the same stylist, you need to be able to trust that the other person that you're going to get is going to do the right by you and make sure that your hair is exactly how you want it. And I think if everybody's in tune with each other, that can happen.
And if you could describe Aldo Coppola's style in 3 words, what would they be?
Elegant, natural, and contemporary.
The story of Aldo Coppola is a huge story. Aldo was an amazing man, incredible master, but the best things of my father was the vision. We started in 1966, and his vision was, at that time, all the women were all the same look, and they were a little bit slave of our business, you know, because they were going to hairdresser once a week, even 3 times a week. So one night he woke up and he said, well, I think women has to change a lot. And he invented the first famous haircut, which we call scalato. All the work copy that kind of technique. And from one day to other, he changed completely women. Women start to have a blow drying instead of rolls and all that stuff, and haircut. So it was a big revolution, big revolution. From that on, he understood that the research was the most important thing in our business. That's why every 6 months we invent new technique. You know, Aldo was always saying, beauty will save the world. So whatever you do it, you can put beauty on it.
La bellezza salverà il mondo. Beauty will save the world. Do you agree?
Well, that's one of those age-old questions, isn't it? I don't think beauty's going to save the world, but I would say this. I think people who are very beautiful have a lot of power, and I hope they use it for good.
And how would you describe the Italian beauty?
Well, I think the Italian beauty is something that is difficult to achieve, and I think Italian women don't mind the fact that it's difficult to achieve. I think Italian women don't mind working at their beauty and putting a lot of time and effort into making sure that they look good. And I think that's true in all things Italian food, Italian wine, Italian fashion. It matters to Italian women to look beautiful, and therefore they put the time and the effort into it, and they always look impeccable. I'm actually quite jealous.
For us, every woman is a different universe. So we are very, very serious in that, to understand who are you really, and maybe to take out what you don't even see from yourself. Italian factor of Aldo Coppola is huge. It's a big box full of creativity, passion, condivision, technology, and wellness, and a huge view to the future. So the calendar and art book is the other side of Aldo Coppola company. It's the side where we work with fashion. It's a different creativity. It's more deep, where we stimulate more our creativity and where ideas come then. The Academy he becomes like a needs. We have to do it because everybody was asking us, please, can you teach us your technique and blah, blah, blah. So we decide to give the chance to many people to achieve to our knowledge. You have to love what you do every day. You have to keep passion in what you do. You always have to have inside the feeling that you don't know enough. You want to know more, you want to study more, you want to research more. Until you have that fire inside of you, you will have success in life.
Sophie, before we say goodbye, we usually carry out a little test to see how Italian our guests are. Do you feel Italian?
Not very, but I'll have a go.
So if you're ready, we'll begin.
Okay.
Repeat this tongue twister, and I will say it in Italian and English. It's very difficult for us Italian too. In via dell'Agnolo c'era un pizzicagnolo che aveva un frignolo sul dito mignolo. I repeat it again. In via dell'Agnolo.
In via dell'Agnolo.
C'era un pizzicagnolo.
C'era un pizzicagnolo.
Che aveva un frignolo.
Che aveva un frignolo.
Sul dito mignolo.
Sul dito mignolo.
Very good. Which in English sounds a bit like in Corner Street there was a cheesemonger who had a spot on his little finger. And in Italian, either the verbs and the words are written in the same way and are, of course, pronounced in the same way. Thank you, Sophie. And one last thing. Generally speaking, what do you think the Italian factor is?
That's like asking, what is the X factor? It's that special something that you can't describe.
Thank you again. As for us, there is still a lots of Made in Italy to discover. See you soon. Ciao.
In via dell'Angolo c'era un pizzicagnolo che aveva un frignolo sul dito mignolo. Now it's your turn.
In via dell'Angolo.
In via dell'Angelo. In via dell'Angolo.
In Vai dell'Angolo.
C'era un pizziangolo. Pizzacanolo.
Cagnolo.
Pizza all'angolo. Pizza canoglio.
Che aveva un frignolo. Che aveva un frignolo.
Che aveva un frignolo
Sul dito mignolo.
Sul dito mignolo.
Sul dito mignolo.
Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy.